Hey Javier, this is Ben with America's Baseball Camps, just going over your video analysis swing and found a couple things in regards to your swing that I think we can work on that I learned in professional baseball and do video analysis work for a living. So let's go ahead and get started here. Very athletic player, have a lot of opportunities as you get older, and found a couple tweaks that I think would be great. I think we really want to engage the lower half more. I think we can get a lot more power out of your swing and really take your swing and take some things to the next level here. The biggest thing I want to work on to get your lower half and your legs more engaged into your swing, it deals with your stance a little bit. So if I take this kind of line and I draw a line straight down, and I take it on your front knee and draw a line straight down, you'll notice a difference. You'll notice one, I can touch the ground, and the other one I touch the foot. So the one that I touch the foot on is the one I need to change, because what that does is that just uses a lot of arm strength, because that knee needs to be more flexed and it needs to be more turned. So you can see right here that knee is pretty locked out, and that foot is more turned this way. I want it straight, or even want it turned in a little bit. And that's going to be important for you to really get more power in your legs here compared to where it is now, where it's just going to be more transferred to my upper body, because it's that weight is more on the heel of your shoe compared to more on the ball of the foot, which is going to make a big difference in regards to really utilizing the lower half compared to right now, where we're not. We're just kind of back there with our weight, and we're swinging a lot of arms. So that's something very important in regards to our backside. When I go to stride, making sure that you don't want that feet to be above a 45-degree angle. Once that front foot lands, you don't want to go farther anymore. You just want to rotate. But you can see as I land, if I go to land foot, this is big, that both feet are turned out and both knees are pretty straight. So you can see right here and see right here that those knees are turned out, those feet are turned out, and that's going to create nothing but upper body strength when I'm hitting. So when you get to these larger fields and things where these fences are going to get to 300, 400 feet, we won't be able to drive that ball in the gaps because we're not using our lower half enough. So it's very important during this part of our swing. Those are in red. What I want to do is I'm going to put some lines in green of what I want your feet to look like. So instead of here, I would make sure that your feet are kind of turned even this way a little bit, and instead of kind of this one, I would kind of turn your feet to there. Obviously have your knees more flexed, and that's going to make a big difference in regards to our power here. Don't hunch over. You're beginning to hunch over a little bit as I swing. Keep this good posture. I always imagine that I'm balancing a Gatorade bottle on top of my head, and to make sure that you can keep that up there. So that's going to help me work high and work downhill. When you hunch, we have a tendency to have my hands drop on me, and then I'm going to begin to lift the ball and more push the ball compared to driving the ball. So that's definitely a big one. You can see those hands go down, and that barrel, you can see it kind of drags on me. And I want to have it to where if I kind of lose that posture, that barrel's going to fall well below my hands. I'm going to be more of an uppercut compared to really staying through the ball. The other thing I noticed too with the levels of your eyes, if I put contact here where we make contact with our levels of our eyes and the finish, you can see how there's big level differences, and we don't want that. So making sure that at your start, your finish, your point of contact, try to have them as close to the same levels as you can with your eyes. The ball's moving. It's hard enough hitting a ball that's moved, let alone you going up and down with your levels and with your swing. So that's a big one in regards to that. At the end of our swing, you can kind of see how there's a few things that need to happen. Again, I'm going to draw them in green of what I want them to be. I want this foot better rotation. I want that heel to be more over here. Let's have a better angle in our legs. So those legs should be kind of in this angle here. And that head, I want that head in relation to that head should be there. And that front leg should be nice in here. That front foot's not too bad. It's a little bit open. I would close it off just a hair more. Alright, so that's where you're at. But I'm going to draw a couple lines of where you actually are now. You can see your head's a little bit forward. You want to have that head back. That's going to create some more power. So I'm going to leave that line there. and then obviously you can tell with your back leg if you don't have a bunch of arc. Your front leg's too far forward. So again, what does that do? That creates just a lot of power in regards to our upper body, using that upper body compared to using our lower body. So you can see the lines of the green of where I want you to be, and the red is where you are, and that's going to be very important for you to work on in regards to that. I would focus on a lot of T work, and I would focus on just a lot of soft toss, a lot of things mechanically just to engage that lower half. You can see when I go to stride that back knee, I want to watch this back knee, when you go to stride, you can see that back knee just stays straight the whole time. And then it goes to bend, and then it'll kind of come back out, but you'd be too much on the toe. You can see right now that those hands come down too low, and that's going to make me be underneath the ball and not make me consistent. You can see that's going to make me lift the ball compared to driving the ball. You can see that there's too much on my toe. That front foot is way too open on this one. You can see you got to close that front foot off. You can see that I hunched over a little bit. I need to be nice and tall with that posture. That's going to create some downhill angle for me. The cool thing about all this is you're a great athlete. You can already tell, and you're going to pick this up quick. But without this, it's just going to take away a lot of power in regards to your swing on these larger fields, and I think just engaging this lower half is going to make just a huge difference in regards to your swing. So watch this video over and over again. Out of all your swings, it's typically the same thing. So write down the 5 or 6 things and just keep coming back to this video, and then taking some new shots of yourself, and you can even check out to see where you're at to really engage this lower half and to really help yourself get to a next level of your swing. So thanks for coming to camp, and look forward to seeing you hopefully next year.